Okay, adding, subtracting, multiplying, dividing fractions. Here we have a denominator of 5 and here a denominator of 2. So these cannot be added until the denominators are like. So I'm going to go through the 5 timetables. So 5, 10, 15, 20. And for the 2 timetables, we have 2, 4, 6, 8. And you see that nothing matches right now. So let's go a little further. So the 5 timetables, we'll go to 25. And for the 2 timetables, we'll go to 10. And now we have a match. This is common. They're matching. And they're least common. So these are our least common multiples. So the multiplier for 10 from the 5 timetables is 1, 2. It's times 2. And then put times 2 on top. Now the multiplier from 2 timetables to 10 is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that's times 5. And then times 5 again. So we'll do a little multiplying. And then we'll finally add these. So the multiplication will be 3 times 2 and 5 times 2. 3 times 2 makes 6, whereas 5 times 2 makes 10. On this side, we have 1 times 5 and 2 times 5. 1 times 5 makes 5, and 2 times 5 makes 10. Now that my denominator is the same, we can add the numerators. 6 plus 5 makes 11. And this will be all over 10. Next, for subtraction, again, we need common denominators. So for my 5 timetables, I have 5, then there's 10, there's 15, 20, I'll know to go one more, 25. My 2 timetables will be 2, 4, 6, 8, and 10. And now I have my common multiples of 10. These are my least common multiples. Now, let's find the multipliers. So this is 1, 2, so this is times 2 to get the 10, times 2. And to get to 10 here, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it's times 5 and times 5. Okay, now let's write down the answers from the multiplication, and then we can subtract. 3 times 2 and 5 times 2. 3 times 2 is 6. 5 times 2 is 10. Here I have 1 times 5 and 2 times 5. 1 times 5 is 5. 2 times 5 is 10. Now that my denominators are the same, I can subtract the numerators, which is 6 minus 5, which gives us 1 over 10. Next, multiplication. The rule for multiplication is that we don't do the common denominator. The rule is that we just put all numerators on top and multiply them. And you take all denominators together and you multiply them. So what we have is a 3 times 1 and a 5 times 3. A 3 times 1 makes 3, whereas a 5 times 3 makes 15. And the 3 over 15 can be simplified by dividing by 3. So let's divide this by 3. And we'll end up with 3 divided by 3 gives us 1, and 15 divided by 3 gives us 5. And this is now simplified. Okay, next. We have a 3/4 and a divide 1/2. Well, for division, we're going to do keep, change, and flip. So we're going to keep our 3/4 as is, but change this to multiplication. And the 1 over 2 flips over to a 2 over 1. Now, since this is multiplication, the rule for multiplication is put all the numerators together and multiply them. So that'll be a 3 times 2. And put all your denominators together and multiply them. This will be a 4 times 1. Okay, so with 3 times 2 and 4 times 1, we'll get 3 times 2 is 6. And 4 times 1 will be 4. Now, 6 over 4 can be simplified if you divide both the top and bottom by 2. If you divide them both by 2, you're going to get 3 over 2. And we're finished.